Alright, folks, I'll start things up in a sec. Okay, I think I'm ready. I said I think I'm ready. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Dirk, the Red Panda, here with City Skylines. This is our weekly series. We built this city. Being as cheesy as I am, of course I had to name it after that one 80s pop song. Anyway, this is our city. There we go. It's a giant city. Technically, I like to call it multiple cities. Like, this is kind of like the county or whatever. This is Springwood County, and this is all the different little cities within Springwood. We got Bad People Hell. All the way over there, but here we got our Brook Hills, our River Valley, River Hill, and the Ball District. Good morning, Slow Panda. Great to hear from you. So, I think where we left off last time was establishing some housing here. We might do some more housing here in this kind of little district here. Maybe even add some stuff here. I don't remember if we added a name yet for this. No, we did not. We did. I guess the park got accidentally named, so we have not changed that yet, but today we should probably assign it a fancy old name. Give it its proper due diligence. And maybe it can go up to here. Maybe we'll change that district over there. And maybe we could add some housing here while we're at it. Just gonna expand that temporarily. And yeah, we'll figure this out. Oh my god, Mr. Roboto, thank you for the announcement. Oh, good, it did show up on the thing here. Yeah, my Twitch streams kind of, I guess now they pop up on my City Skylines Steam page here, but luckily since I have game capture on, it does not pop up for y'all. So in case any awkward text messages from it or notifications come up, you won't have to bear them. So while I do that, I just had to remember, turn on my personal in case somebody calls. Alright. Here we go. We got some good looking vibes here. Look at these really good vibes. We got the Victoria Park, we got the River Valley. Any suggestions, chat, for our Victoria Park? I want to change it, I don't like the name. And we'll honor the name of the park with a similar name, so yeah. Feel free to drop your suggestions below. Look at this beautiful space of land. We got fishing places. We got fishing cliffs that are not really off the cliff in any way. We might have to adjust that. Yes, the cliff tool. Give me my tivots. That is not what I meant to do. I am destroying this land matter. I probably should... Yeah, this tool's very finicky. Terrain is a bit of a mess, but, you know, we try our hardest with it. We try and give as much, like, kind of space here. Yeah. Uh-oh, we're starting to flood. You know, that's a good idea. I think I really took this a little bit too much to heart. But that's fine. The building is flooding. Oh well. Let's just work on the other side of the freeway here. This is where our housing's mostly going to be for the district. Town thing. Let me know, Chad, if I should start calling them, like, towns, districts, whatever. So this is gonna be our first... Uh-oh. We already destroyed a building. Before I say something, we need to fix that. And unfortunately, we need to have a disaster response unit. We do not have one currently. Which can only mean we're gonna have to build a disaster response unit. Oof. Where are our viable candidates for disaster response? Could we build it in Bad People Hell? Do we have enough reasonable space here in Victoria Park? Let's see. We might have a little space around here even to add it to River Valley. Let's see. River Valley has some decent space. Let's go for that. I said let's go for that. There we go. I actually meant this one. I forgot where disaster response units were. Luckily, we do know that they are here, and they are way wider than I expected, so I gotta look for a piece of land that is, like, very, like, long like this here, but flat. We can build it here. That is one idea. We could even build it here by the ocean there, but I think here would be better because we're trying to not invade as much of the tree land as possible. So we're gonna go here. It will need water, but don't worry, we will satiate our thirst here. Oh, that works. Perfect. Oh, and we need electricity. L's in chat for the electricity. We could start off here maybe? Maybe not the best place to establish electricity, but it will do. This will give us a good connection. And now we have a disaster response unit to fix any buildings with issues. Like our park restrooms. L. Indeed, an L. Alright, let's start adding some houseries. Whatever we like to call them. Them living occupation spaces. I think this is a good start. This will be our first little rendezvous into the neighborhood. I think we'll build out to here, maybe. Like, there's a light amount of trees here, but... So, what am I saying? Yeah. Yes. Life. Things. We're gonna kind of do, like, a little curvature here to just... get things going. I forgot I have only the straight mode on. And we can't have that here. We can't have that in my streams. In my ungodly streams. Bam, look at that. And I might play around with the idea of the cul-de-sac. Yes, I can burn the town if you earn 25,000 channel points. I am terrified for the day that happens, but I will live in blissful ignorance for now. And hope nobody does that. Because this town is so nice and peaceful, and why would anybody want to burn this town? Bet. Yeah, this is gonna be scary. Just copy the town and burn that one. Yeah, I could. But where's the honor in that? I probably might, though. I'll call it like Springwood 3.0 or something. But yeah. It will be very fun to do. Kind of weird you can't curve the like water ducts here, even though you can kind of curve the roads. Just a funny little feature. It still kind of works, but you know, it's not gonna be like one-to-one perfect. Anyway, for anybody who just joined, we still need to name these two locations. This is our local natural park suggested by Victor Wolf, I think, last episode, and Victoria Park is the town/district it's in. Yes, I know, I made it tough. You either can see my face or burn down my town. The priorities are really messed up. Also, there is another interesting little channel point that we have in there called Don't Take the Car. And that one is based on a very dumb commercial my dad will just keep quoting because it was from his time, and it's just, I look at it, like I watched it recently just to see how bad it was, and oh god, pure cheese. Love it. It's like filmed in that like perfectly late 70s like crispy film quality. And the acting is just, oof. Chef's kiss. You'll have to see it when you redeem it. I actually intended for it to be mostly used in the truck simulator streams, so... yeah. Okay, there's that. I might do a little, like, weird cul-de-sac here. I'm gonna figure that out. Oh, it's a drunk driving PSA. So, you know, it's gonna be good if it's a PSA. Oof, this is looking kinda weird. I mean, the shape itself's not too bad, but it really, like, goes into this other part of the town. Not as much town, but, like, it's kind of cutting into this other road, so we're gonna kind of, like, try and fix that. This gives us a little more space. Not perfect, but it does its job. Oh, buy new land. This game is really tempting me. Anyway. So how's everybody doing today? I should have asked this earlier today in the stream, but I got a bit distracted. My day so far has been pretty slow. I set up the new channel points thing, and that was fun. Other than that, I went to the store, got some new iced tea for myself, just because I'm thirsty like that. I am thirsty. Yeah, so I'm just sipping on one of those right now, my yerba mate. Besides that, just got up kind of later. I don't know, I might do some creative stuff later today, I'm not sure. Depends on what I want to do. Yes, good morning, Victor. Victor Wolf. Doing okay? Well, here's to hoping things can be on the up and up. I have an idea. We might make this a little more curved of a road, and then kind of cul-de-sac it up here. Ah, that's too big of a cul-de-sac. Yeah, I kind of want to give it like a 2-square type of deal. Yeah, something like that. That might be a really circular one, but that's okay. We did what we did. I think it's kind of fun to experiment with our sacks a little bit. Listen, Dirk. Added a new point redemption thing. Oh. Yes. My burn the town down. Y'all are gonna just try and spite me with that. I pushed it to 25,000 just because I really don't want to do that, but the temptation is too real for some of y'all, so I gave it to y'all. Anyway, let's see. Medical, let's see. Do we have any medical in the area? Definitely not. We definitely need to add some medical. Probably not a hospital at this point, but we'll start out with a classic old medical center. Yeah, medical clinic. And just, stretch myself a little bit there. Go from there. We'll probably add a fire station on the other side. Save the fire. Or, I don't know. Not save the fire. There we go. We have that just in case. Oh no, our electricity here is not... It's not working. We might need to add like a little block here to just establish something. This is our floating cafe, so I think it'd be nice to add an intersection situation there. I probably will do this just to make sure it's grounded. And try my best to kind of like curve it back. Yeah, something like that. And then from there we can add some like more districts of shopping or commercial offices. We definitely need more commercial. So we're gonna start with commercial. And this should hopefully knock out our need for that. We'll have some beautiful offices on the ocean river side here. And then we'll have some on the other side. I lied. We're gonna put some commercial there. Just for people who want to get off the freeway and be like, I want to do this, I want something immediately. And over here we're gonna start our outlets. our outlets of housing. Got a lot of low density housing first. We gotta start with that. We are doing a lot of pilfering noises with this. Oh, I think it's starting to rain. I think we do need to add an elementary school. Probably a high school eventually, but I'm not sure if we're gonna, like, rezone that. Yeah. We're gonna definitely need our tiny boy elementary school. Let's start there for now. Maybe the high school can be on the other side of town. Right by the, those things. Once again, chat, any suggestions for the renaming of these two areas? I'm just gonna currently name this, like, Victoria Park for now, and then, like, just Victoria. That's our temporary name, but I would like to change that. I'm gonna probably do a little something here to, like, just get rid of these things, because they're kind of an eyesore. There we go, that's much prettier. Kind of nice to have a little riverside town there. It's funny because there's like a riverside in California that isn't really by any big rivers that I know of. It's really inland in the desert, so it's like kind of ironic. Oof. I might want to restructure that road there. We're going to do some highway construction. Uh-oh. That's not good. Accidentally knocked out some of the... what is it? Accidentally knocked out some of the power line. But there we go. We'll just redeem it by doing that. Uh-oh. We got some temporary issues. And they just got fixed. And such a nice little town. I think we're gonna actually cut this. This will be like our next town over. This is kind of a small town, I would say. Like, I don't think we need too much here. It's pretty cozy as is. We'll leave that for now, and... Maybe, maybe not. I think we're gonna actually expand it. Just a little bit to here, just so we have something kind of in this, like, cove for our high school, maybe. After that, we can kind of just, like, cut it off there and then just, like, rezone this here. Like, districts can be kind of weird. I lived near, like, the high school I went to, but I was zoned for one that was, like, 10 minutes further. Like, weird things like that sometimes happen with zoning as a result of, like, being technically in one town, even though, like, you're closer to some things than others, and yeah. But it is kind of relaxing just to have this here. I think we'll probably push our high school here. It might be on a inclined slope here, maybe. This could be kind of fun. Even though we do have like kind of a natural walk path here, we probably will like add stuff here to like conclude that and then just keep it nice and tiny. I don't think we need too much like natural walking pathways here. Let me see if I can add any more paths. I think I have to go to the city park mode. Natural reserve. Yeah, this is supposed to be our natural reserve. And it's supposed to have decorations. We could. I mean, it's optional, but I like our decorations. Let's see if this is going to be too steep. I guess not. Good luck to anybody hiking up this thing. Like, jeez. This is the expert mode. And for anybody who does make it up here, you get a pretty view. You get a nice higher view of the rest of the city. Okay. Who should I call if there's no one to pick up the dead? Well, I have an idea. You're getting a new cemetery. Right next to your house, just to honor you. Just imagine if, like, in real life, like, people complained about, like, who should pick up the dead, and then the city's result was just like, let's just put a cemetery right next to your house. Let me exit out of this first. I think the road's a bit too curved. We have to kind of make it straight first before we establish our building here. We'll kind of expand that. I mean, someone's gotta do it. And I think I'm also gonna have to, like, cut back some of the slope here. It will be kind of ingrained into the area. Oof, that's a bit much. I'm just gonna play around with this for a second. This might work. It's still not liking the road. Kind of shocked. I made it really, really, really straight. I'm gonna delete this part for now. That might be the issue. Worst comes to worst, we're just gonna rebuild this road. I know y'all are sad, but the cemetery's coming in soon. Perfect. See? Now you're happy about it. You're welcome. Just like how someone's also gotta be the little goblin who causes all the problems. That sounds like my chat. Y'all are the little goblins. You make the world go round with your little goblin issues. Gobbling up the world. Hooray for cemetery. Oh, I forgot. You always gotta build a crematory just in case somebody doesn't want to be buried. we'll just put it right there then. And I wonder if we can do a little... Yeah, this might be a bit of a... I guess. I guess that works. I don't know if this has any stoplights, though. That's kind of our little downside. We gotta make sure some of these intersections have stoplights, because some of them are gonna be a bit chaotic. Like this. Possibly this. Not this, though. That's okay. Alright, what were we doing? There we go. I kind of like earthquakes. The last time I experienced one, I got rid of my back pain and got ready churned butter. Nice. Chat, if anybody donates bits, we're gonna cause an earthquake. Trying to think of how I'd convert it. Like, 1 bit is like, I don't know, like, I'd have to kind of do it on like a logarithmic scale or something kind of crazy. Just because I know that like the max is like 10, I think. Let me check. I forgot where I put my natural disasters. Where the heck are you, natural disasters? There you are. Who's a good natural disaster? Our maximum is 25.5 magnitude. Lord. I think... Yeah, like... 1 bit... 1 bit will get us, like, to 0.1. And then, like, 2 bits will still be 0.1. I think I might have to do it on that scale. Like, I'll round up to, like, the nearest 10th, but it'd be, like, every 2 bits might be a 0.1. So if I got, like, 200, it'd be, like, 200 times 0.1. That would be 20, though. It is so tempting. I have caused evil. I might do it on a random number scale. That might be fun. I think that'll be even more fun and chaotic to just put it on a random number scale and just let it happen. I think for every 1 bit, maybe, it might be between like 0 and 1. If it gets up to like 100, it might be 0 to 10. Then like 1,000 would be like 0 to 20. Like I said, logarithmic. Logarithmic, I think. I had to do this for school. I had to learn about logarithms, and I could still barely pronounce them. Alright, let's build our high school first. Before any more chaos can occur, we need a high school. Unfortunately, we need to do some sloping first. A tragedy indeed. But at least we'll have some space for, like, sports teams maybe. We'll, like, add a stadium here. This is what all our school's funding is going towards. Gonna try and renaturalize it. Oh, I can undo. Forgot about that. Yeah, we're gonna just try not to go too deep into, like, the other areas there. Maybe we'll add, like, a parking space here just so we have that. The literal definition of the butterfly effect. Imagine just 1 bit causing a 25 magnitude tornado. That would be evil. Absolutely evil. I'll I'll probably figure out maybe if I could do something and mix it up. If people donate bits, like what would happen if I can just make it so that it does a random thing and says, oh, your earthquake's gonna be this. I don't think I can modify it to like actually like implement the shortcut to do an earthquake, but yeah, that would take some high effort. And we're a pretty chill, low effort channel. Okay, high school is gonna go here. Okay, so we have a high school. First, we gotta add some water. Next up, we gotta add the high school essentials, like basketball, football, ball. That one basketball player, last name is Ball. There it is. I was like, where was it again? Of course, because we always have to have the most funding go towards this, every high school ever, a football stadium. And then a baseball stadium. We will probably eventually add a soccer field, but yeah, the soccer field's gonna kind of be in a weird scenario. That's good enough. There we go. What a very nice crowded area. I think we're going to just remove that for now. And maybe move this back a little bit. I think we're gonna add like a little office district over kind of on the side here, but we also need to add some parks. So our next agenda is the parks. That might be kind of small, but I think that's all we have room for, unfortunately. Unless we go here. Call me crazy, but I think having a nice big park here will really boost our life expectancy and happiness. And then we'll just add one of these suckers. And a basketball court. Perfect. Uh-oh. Got some electricity problems. We might need to upgrade. We might have to change this out. This is not too good. If only we can just add a road here. It's too close. Go back it up just a little bit. Let's see if we have enough space for this. Actually, having lunch in the park during school sounds great. I agree. It's very healthy. Just to be outside. Yeah, we are definitely gonna have to fix some stuff here. Probably should have prioritized adding a power plant in the area. We might have to even add a freeway exit here, just like a little mini one. This may look a bit stupid, but we're gonna just do it. Just, why not? We're gonna have like the smallest looking road here. Sometimes that's kind of part of the interest of building in this game, is that you think you're going to do one thing and then you get kind of sidetracked. It might be fun for some, but for others it might kind of be a bit stressful. For me, I kind of like the chaos of kind of just figuring stuff out and kind of winging it. Interesting. We're probably gonna have to do like some sort of merge here. And then it turns into the road or whatever. We're gonna figure this out, don't worry. This is a start. Our next issue now is like establishing a connection here. We might have to adjust this slightly. We're probably gonna want this to be elevated for a little bit before it like turns in whatever, so it's gonna do this for a bit, and then we're gonna kind of drop it. It might be a bit steep, but I mean, if it works, it works. Let's see if this works. Oof. That might be pulling it a little too close. Getting your daily dose of vitamin D, indeed. I don't know if this is going to work. This is going to be kind of a struggle. I say that, and it turned out not to be. I guess that's kind of the perk of elevating things by like 2 meters, or 16 meters, actually, I apologize, instead of just 8. That is always our toughest part, is getting that kind of little cross effect working. Because it can sometimes end up being really difficult to like intersect, and like sometimes you get some like kind of crossing errors. Good, just adjust this a little bit so we do not have too much of a struggle going into here, but I want to make sure that we curve it enough so that our other entrance onto the highway has a little space. It might be a bit steep. We can curve it. We can fix this. I can fix them, I swear. Something like that. I think that works. And we are going to adjust the road rules. Okay, click, shift click. This lane goes into this lane. Shift click. This lane goes into this lane. Shift click. And that. Perfect. And this is where we can establish our solar. That is the entire purpose of this exit, is to give us solar. Call me crazy, but sometimes you just gotta get your priorities straight. Oof. That was a bit low. I don't know how this is gonna work here. This is just a little mock-up. Alright. That's a bit low. I was hoping for it to be higher. I'm going to try and elevate this a little more. Either that or just the road in general is kind of sloped, so I think we're just going to kind of settle on what we got. I'm kind of sweating this out a little bit because this might be a bit close. Yeah, we do not have much room here. Tragic, so I have one last idea. Like, I'll probably try and rotate this, but... Alright, folks, here's the plan. It's gonna kind of go like this. This is a top secret plan, so do not tell anybody. We are also gonna move this. Just to the other side. I don't know why that upped the property value, but I guess. Slope is too steep. We're gonna flatten this out, and once we do, it will give us a good feel for what we're working with. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Maybe not perfect, but we gotta start somewhere. It's good enough at least, so... Perfect. We needed this because this provides a lot more energy than what our current plan is. The only other thing I need to do right here is just kind of... just expand that a tad. Just so this is a little more of a straight connection. Perfect. Look at that. This is our kind of little temporary... was this? Just kind of our electricity. Maybe not temporary, but this is kind of our little makeshift area to put it in. And I'm actually going to do something interesting here. I'm going to turn this into like a two-way highway, or two-lane highway, excuse me. So it's going to do one of these things, just so we don't have any like road conflicts with people trying to establish shop here. Yeah, perfect. This is going to give us a nice freeway exit that isn't too invasive. Look at that. This is... mwah. Chef's kiss. Just a tad bit of this, just to establish that this is the edge of the city. So this is Victoria for now, but please, anybody who wants to change the name, give me suggestions. I am looking for them. I will find them. Alright. Another thing I might have to adjust is this. It's a bit clunky. All the way. Maybe not that much, but there's a car there. Why? I don't know. Ooh! Thank you. Still kind of. It's got dirt on it. Uh-oh. I mean, it's fine at this point. It's just... I was hoping this would be a little cleaner looking. This shouldn't be as curved. This one might be a little exaggerated. But at least it's still connected to everything. It looks like a normal school. I agree. It just needs a basketball court for our PE regulations. Well, look at that. The only thing I think we could like adjust or improve is like elevating this part here a little bit. Like we could have like an underground, or not like underground, but like a lower elevated walkway for people to not like get kind of messed up by the like roads here, so people don't have to cross the freeway here. It's near a cliff. Ooh, yeah. Don't fall off the cliff when you're racing. It's good that I established the end of like the 100-meter dash this way. Otherwise, if you're ending the race and running this way, that might be a bit of a crazy end. Let's just say that. I think other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with how we got here. We just might need to add some, like, other little tips and trinkets, little transportation things. But for now, this is looking really solid. If I do want to have, like, a lower elevated walk area for this, I'll probably do this. This will give it so that people can, like, go under it and, like, it's kind of like the equivalent of having a tunnel, but not needing a tunnel necessarily. And I think we're going to also move the med center. This is the med center, right? This is the firehouse. I'm sorry, firehouse. You gotta move. You gotta move a little bit. We're gonna save this first, just in case anything crazy happens. Like, I do like this exit here in general, but I think this could be elevated just slightly so that this connection here is a little higher, less steep, and just overall a happier experience for our passengers and city. Like, it could be this high instead of this high, so I think we might have to do a temporary closure here. This might bring up some issues, but, I mean, yeah, it will bring up issues. This will be very awkward for our current situation. I kind of want to make this realistic. Like, let's see what happens if our literal only exit here gets remodeled. What the heck are we gonna do? I think for now I have a funny idea. This might work out, but it's gonna be kind of funky. Oh boy. Y'all are gonna be just staring at me going, Dirk, what the hell are you doing? It works. Just don't judge me. Yeah, was point out toward the cliff would be a, yeah, definitely be a lawsuit. And what I'm gonna do here is close this for now. Some buildings are gonna have to kind of, unfortunately, move and, like, do stuff. But, yeah, this is kind of what we're gonna be kind of working with for now. This is kind of the fun of being realistic, is that you get some kind of experiences with just having to work with, like, the real world movement of the day-to-day. So I'm gonna turn that down. Move this over more. So our firehouse is just a little bit over. And we might have to, unfortunately, knock out an office building. They are gonna hate us, but haters will hate. It's that famous quote. Who said it? Socrates? Somebody. Oof. Some awkward noises there. I think it's just the game kind of, like, just processing all our funny little changes. So this is kind of going to be our temporary situation. People are going to have a really weird experience for now, but it will pay off for them in the end. Yeah, this is kind of what I meant the elevation to be. So it's going to look something like that. The only downside here is that we'll probably have to close this for like a day, where it's like, sorry citizens, this is going to be temporarily closed for one day while we fix this. It's a very imperfect real life scenario to have, but I mean, yeah, sometimes you just kind of have to embrace that. I'm really trying to figure this out right now. I might push this in just because it's like, it's a bit long. Ah, I like that better. There we go. Tree? Tree. No tree. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be quite a adjustment we're gonna have to make here. We're gonna have to just pretend this didn't exist here. We're gonna bend that. We're gonna have to do some anarchy here, unfortunately. I think I noticed a problem here is that it thinks this is too high. I could see why it would say that, but I mean, it's not terrible. I'm just comparing it to the other side, which might be worse. This will definitely need its adjustments. We could just do this for now. And see how this adjusts and plays out. Like, people are gonna have to deal with this for now. Like, it's very grody and just... It's like real life. It can be very grody and awkward, but it's gonna pay off. This is like a 5 bajillion step project. Like, I don't know how any city would approve of this. Like, oof, that is absolutely horrendous. This is gonna be like reconstructed, reconvened to be a little more outward for now. And then we just kind of reshape this. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to see what you're trying to do, though. Yeah, I mean, try my best. It's not gonna be perfect. I want to see how I can do with real life, because I'm so used to just being like, destroy everything and pausing the game and pretending like this is a perfect world where nothing gets inconvenienced, but I think that's kind of the challenge of this, is just seeing what your limits can be. You gotta know your limits. Yes, I know. Very terrible joke. We're gonna have to kind of break the rule there. It's not like a terrible rule break, but yeah, anarchy mode sometimes saves us when it's like very tiny inconvenience, like, oh no, the corners. All right, so now comes the next step. We're gonna have to build a temporary entrance. This is gonna be very grody. Like, we can't build over this. We could try, but unfortunately the game is, yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's kind of virtually impossible to build over there. The only other option we have is here. And it's like, we can. It's just gonna be very rough and temporary. That is our step 2. step 3 is going to be adjusting this. This is going to be another temporary we have to do. And I'm actually starting to kind of have some fun just playing around with the experimentation. This is going to be a left side exit temporarily. Oh, and it works. Perfect. Now we can get rid of a lot of this here. We pretty much have everything here on this side established. And we'll probably try and adjust this and fix it, but for now, we'll just kind of leave that as like a dangling exit, just to kind of reference where we were last place. And I'm just gonna... I know this is kind of cheating the idea of like this being real life, but we're just gonna pause for like 2 seconds and make sure that we have like a... what is it? Like a pillar here just so our road isn't unbalanced. Or if it doesn't, then that's okay. I think I have to pull back like 1 digit on the curve. Or the problem is that the game itself does not recognize, or it just doesn't like this height here for some reason. Yeah, it just doesn't like that height for some reason, because I think we built this a bit too sloped. And when I built this, this was intended to be like a bit higher. Just a bit. Not like terribly higher, but like this height. Like it was supposed to just be the 1 meter up type of situation. Like this is just kind of a pretending that this was actually meant to be built at the intended height, because this kind of got a bit jagged once I built the exit, so yeah. Just imagine we did this correctly. And also, oof, it's not a fan of that. We are gonna remove that then. Rest in peace, random part of land. It's not land. Whoops, I meant... There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. Continue. Okay, so now we can continue our fun little adventure of expanding out this exit here. This is our continued construction. This is probably going to be a little more outwards for our exit. It's like people are kind of liking this entrance scenario here. I mean, people are really zipping by. And some people do like this left lane exit. It's getting me to think. Like, this is not really viable, unfortunately, so maybe we might keep it as a left lane exit. That might just be a unique thing about the town. But personally, I do like the idea of a left lane entrance here. I still think that will be better in the long run, maybe? Also, I'm going to remove that. This is no longer necessary. So, now we have that. And the only other adjustment I'm going to make is here. This road needs to become a bridge. So we're going to turn that into an elevated land. Yeah, it's going to look a bit grody, unfortunately, temporarily. And this is also going to become elevated. We might even have to do a little bit, unfortunately, knocking out some office buildings here just to give us some guaranteed space. Ah! Yeah, that was tragic. Those poor offices, they didn't see it coming. And this one This one M&H clothing. We're gonna transport you over here. Pretend that never happened. You floated over there. Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool how they just adjust and just get back on the road like it never happened. Alright, let's get back to this here. That we're gonna have to kind of just give it a little more space, because I know this here is like very landmassed. It's kind of stuck in its ways. Meanwhile, here we can kind of cut back a little, give it some space for the people to walk through and go to the other side. This is going to be pretty much our coup de grace, our deus, what is it, deus machina or whatever it's called. And this is where the pedestrians are going to be thanking us. This is going to be a lot more convenient for them. If I can do this first, I mean, this is, yeah, I am flailing around. But, hey, sometimes you have to flail around first before you hit your stride. This is going to kind of merge into here. We might have to do a little bit of a play around here with the road itself. Oh, I think I made a mistake. That's why. I was like, why is it doing that? It's like a bridge, even though it's on the ground. So first, this is our first priority. We can adjust this because we luckily have a mod to help out with that. Next step. Now we apply this rule to the other side. It's gonna kind of curve back out. Ooh, this is good. This is really good. Chad, I am hyped about this. Even if that road looks kind of grody there. Bam, look at this. Magical. Absolutely gorgeous. We have one half of it done. Now we just gotta do the other side, and then we can do our typical apply the road rules, blah, blah, blah. And it will be pretty much completed. This is gonna be an awesome intersection for people to just walk across the street, drop their kids off at the high school, not have to worry about the freeway. Because for the kids who are in high school that live on the other side of town, which is pretty much everyone, it's gonna be, like, initially it was a lot harder for them to get there. And we got one last one. I am so hyped about this, chat. Ooh, perfect. That's our only problem. We might have to cut in a little bit into the offices here. But that's okay. Hopefully they don't mind. Sometimes things just happen. We'll just move these buildings over a little. I'm doing some mini cheating, but it's like whatever. And I think just to kind of pretty it out a little bit on this side, we're gonna kind of change this to be like road, land, whatever it's called. So yeah, it's all land-based. And now we can apply our road rules, and pretty much this will be officially the new layout. I will probably adjust this here, actually. So, not done just yet. It will never be the end. I'm having too much fun doing this. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go out there instead. So, sorry, temporary road closure for like one day. Perfect. Look at how nice this is. Just a nice, happy town. So glad we did that. And sorry, I almost got the mouse drifting off the other way. Apply the rules to the other side. Ban all vehicles. Just making sure bikes are not included in vehicles, just because I think it would be nice to have a bike lane here, or just people biking across here. Alright. And now our last thing we need to do is just do a junction rule on both sides. And yeah, we did it, folks. We have an official kind of situation going on here where people can just walk under the bridge and move to the high school freely without having to worry about getting in the way of the freeway exit. It does have a nighttime, but I did not want to do that just because I want to be able to just see this at all times, just so we can figure this out. And I think it's kind of harder to build when we have nighttime in the game and it keeps coming in and out frequently. It's fun to look at when you're like not constantly building, but because we are constantly building, I think it's better for us to just keep it permanent daytime. There is a setting for that in the game, in the options, I think, somewhere. Yeah, it's like under options, I think. Graphics. Gameplay. Yeah, you can check off use day-night cycle or turn it off for permanent day. So you could do this if you want nighttime. Off if you don't. I'm just going to leave it off for now. There we go. Look at this. Whee! Oh, man. We got a fun little town here. Oh no, they're taking out the unlicensed coffee shops again. The pain. Oh well. At least we have a very nice area here, and oh my god, I did not realize that we are that close to whatever that town was again. We're gonna have them intersect here, but for now we just need to check what our tiles look like. If we build out there, it will be kinda even. I just need to make sure that we can properly build into it. That should be our next step. Like, I know we have this one here. We could eventually add stuff to here, but I don't know. I mean, it's just gonna be kind of a plain old island peninsula thing. It's not gonna be too exciting. Plus, we have to do this here, this little town. For now, it's just gonna be like a couple blocks, nothing too significant. And it's also gonna kind of do a little silly thing here where it kind of goes into that little divot there. So then this will turn into like a block or whatever. It might be a bit square though, so we're gonna pull back on it a little bit. I don't know if we can change what the terrain is made out of. I'm not too sure. There we go. Kind of a weird cul-de-sac, but it works. I kind of like it. Gives it character. Maybe we can, like, slightly adjust the terrain leveling. Like this. Just so that we can add, like, a 4-block situation here. Just so we can, like, just give it a little more stuff for our real estate agents to establish. Or 3, I mean, 3's pretty good. You got a good amount of space with these 3 blocks. Yeah, it is a perfect place for a beach, maybe. Wait a minute, is it? I mean, kinda. The only downfall is that if you put it towards this side, you're kind of closer to the sewage. So you'll probably want to, like, move it away from, like, the sewage area. Probably establish it on that other side. So I guess it's a good idea. It's just something we're gonna have to play around with. I guess we could do that next. But for now, we need to establish some electricity here. And we have water. Yeah, okay, perfect. We might have to cut in terms of, like, sloping here. Or here, actually. I'm just figuring out where I should put it exactly. Maybe here. Unfortunately, I cannot out-anarchy the slope issue. That's the only thing it will prevent you from doing even in anarchy mode. Like, it wants to make sure that you're not just janking up the slopes or, like, completely messing up the kind of geometry of that or whatever. I think it might just be a 3D, like, graphics issue. Like, they don't want it to be so messed up because then I think it can't handle it. Ah, shoot. Where's the... There's the electricity. I forgot what I was doing for a second. So, yeah, let's move it here. I think this is good enough. There we go. And then we'll start establishing some little outlets. I'll kind of do it like this. Some here probably. And this does give me an idea for how I want to kind of restructure some of, like, the freeway situation here. The entrance here, I might change it to be, like, kind of a national highway for this part here. But first, we're going to add some housing here. Probably add just the elementary school, because we do have a high school on the other side of the highway. And we do have this special walk area, so we don't need to worry too hard about the ability to get there. The only thing we're gonna tackle first is just this slight slope issue. Just to give it a tad more real estate area for our housing. And the way I kind of cheat around this is to kind of do this and then reset it like that. And now we kind of have to apply something slightly similar to this here, because our cul-de-sac here is really tiny. That might not be the ideal looking cul-de-sac, but it is something. There we go. How nice. Let's establish the elementary school. Probably on this side. Oof, that might be a bit close. Maybe we could just add it here. I'm sure they won't mind. Could be a bit selfish and put them here. Now they can live in harmony. Alright, next up we need maybe a medical center. Maybe a little bit further down, unfortunately. We do not have much space for it. Yeah, we'll put it here. And now that we have that established, we can do what I was suggesting earlier about the national highway here. We can change this road to a national highway because I don't want people accidentally building stores here or considering this to be a sidewalk because there's nowhere to go after this. You just have a highway entrance. So it's just going to become that. And that's not terrible. Look at them zip by, like, wow. Quite a nice area we have here, though. And this is kind of a square we have here, but at least it is well spaced out. Another save, another day. Let's continue. I think now that we have kind of a river valley situation here, I'm just debating where our county line should be for River Valley versus River Hill. Because this is kind of on the edge of it. We might want to do some redistricting. I think at the end of the day, I didn't mean to do that. We are going to just re-establish this to be the rest of River Hill. And the cutoff is now going to be the freeway. So that when we do expand westward in this game, we can make it so that River Valley goes further in this area. Yeah, so we do that. River Hill, Brook Hills, River Valley. I'm just gonna make this a little bit flatter, a little bit, yeah, more properly curved. There we go. And we can just kind of do this, just to say that's part of the area. That's fine. Whatever. What does the earthquake do to the city? It might take down some buildings, like some of the weaker buildings might fall. I could test it out. I mean, we'll start with a small earthquake. Something like an 0.0 earthquake. Let's go for a 4.2. And why not? We'll just do it here. This guy is not having a good work day. Let's make it worse. It might take a little while for it to charge up, so yeah, it might take a few minutes. But it will announce it once it starts happening. Once it does, we'll go back there. Alright, that looks good, that looks good. I think I forgot to establish some stuff here. This could be kind of a little commercial area, just a little stopping point for some people in case they're like, I need some drinks, I need to go take a pee-pee. I went to the 7-Eleven here. Alright, so that's good. That's pretty established. Oh, thought I heard my name. Now somebody's like just at the door. My mom was getting it. Perks of living at home. Somebody else gets the door. We have a very attractive city, but might not be for long. Wonder how this earthquake's gonna charge up. I swear it's gonna happen. It just takes like a few minutes. Alright. I think first we're gonna add here to our town district thingamajig. Alright, let's add it. We're gonna have a very even rectangle now. New tile, purchased. And I think we did... Let me double check that our options... We do have 81 tiles, I think, as our maximum for now. So 81 tiles, blah, blah, blah. Unlock all tiles for free.
Warning. Experts predict an earthquake could hit the area soon.
Oh no! Earthquake! Oh no! What's gonna happen? Get ready. Yes, buildings near the center of the quake can be destroyed. So be ready for that. Oh, here we go! Let's get it! What's gonna happen? No!
An earthquake
No!
is
No!
and wait for help
Not
if you are in the affected
not
area.
the subway system! No! Oh no! Oh no! We really needed that. Oh no, somebody died. Oh no. Why did you do this, Slow Panda? Why? Oh man. Luckily we can rebuild this. Let me just look underground to see how bad the damage is. Okay, not terrible. Okay. At least it didn't destroy the railroads. We do need to fix things, however. It needs to be searched for survivors. Okay, so let's go search for survivors first. Okay, the only downfall is that we need to reconnect our bus system, apparently. Something broke. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so this kind of got broken here. So we're just going to move the stop back, and we're just going to drag it here. And then do one of these here, add a stop. Oh, come on. This game's being a bit picky today. Maybe if I go way out here. This game is really not liking my new stop. Okay, I think I know why. I think I do. Let me just delete this first. I think it likes to go on the most straightforward path first, and unfortunately this kind of gets ruined by doing this. So we're gonna add another stop somewhere. I think I may have ruined this here, so we're gonna add a outlet here, so oh no, our freeway! Oh no, that's not good. Okay, that's gotta be on hold. We gotta fix our freeway here. I did not expect a 4.2 to destroy that badly. How do I fix these roads? Do I just update them? Okay. Repair, repair, repair. Okay. Imagine being stuck on the highway for days because of that. That would just be horrid. Okay, let's get back to our bus stop situation here then.
Ooh!
Thank you for the oofs. Because anarchy is fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to redo that line. Okay, let's try this again. Oh no, what happened? We gotta fix that road too. No wonder we were having so many issues. I think that was our initial problem. Sorry, just had to do that first. And last but not least, complete the line. We'll just move this stop to the other side. There we go. Now let's fix some other things. We need to fix this. Rebuild. We do have a couple of connection issues here in the metro now. Oh, jeez. What happened? I wish I could just, like, auto-fix some of those roads, because sometimes it's just, like, it gets really tricky to, like, fix everything. Because Metro Line 1 is, like, now pretty messed up. It's, like, saying it's messed up, but it's weird, because it's not messed up according to my map here. It might fix itself? I don't know. Yeah, earthquake issues, aren't they fun? We might have to create some new lines. Yeah, it's weird because it's like, it seems fixed, but it's not telling me. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that. Even if it says it's messed up, it might just have to fix itself. So that's what happens when an earthquake occurs. Alright, now we can go back to our beach island. This is gonna be fun because this is a new highway. We haven't really tackled this one yet. At least... oh, besides that. We've connected to it once or twice, but not here. Let's see how we can take advantage of this. It starts out pretty flat, so unfortunately we will have to elevate things if people want to walk from like side to side. I do want to have a kind of a beachfront over there, so we're gonna kind of do something interesting. Like, what I want to do is kind of have like a side road. Like, we don't have any like beach land yet here. Like, this can just be kind of like a cliff area where people kind of hang, fish, whatever. But it's like, for now, it's just going to be very like kind of on the edge. And maybe here it then turns into like a neighborhood or a freeway exit or something like that. This might be like a good 2 exit situation on the island. So first off, what we're going to do is go back to our 2-lane thing here. And this we're going to have to build like extra high. We want to do this as a way to make it so that we can put in the whatever thingamajig. Actually, I'm thinking about it. We might want to do a bridge situation here. So, take back what I said. First off, we are going to... come on. There we go. Come on. I guess that works. Next up, we do this. And conclude it with a smack around. Good old, give it a little smack of the connection. There we go. And the next step is going to be kind of interesting. This is going to become elevated. We're going to turn this, and this, and this, and this, kinda, to an elevated space. And so with that, I am going to drop this back a little bit, drop this back a little bit, and drop this back a little bit. Kind of make these as even as we can. And what we're going to do here is actually bring out the slope, not the earthquake. We're going to slope this down. We're going to have it kind of... Oof. That may have been a lot of steep. Holy heck. We're going to kind of fix that. But it's going to kind of pick up here. And that is going to be kind of where people walk in, and we'll connect the roads here eventually. But first off, the important part is to establish our walkways. So this is where we bring... What the heck? What is that animal? Why am I so distracted by it? Get back here. What are you? Come back! It's not stopping. Jeez, it's stuck in the forest. Sorry, chat. I am getting... Slow down. No, come back. Why you want to keep running? Fine, I'll freeze time. Oh, it's a deer. We'll keep an eye on you. We'll just... Yeah. Oh no, I can't keep an eye on it anymore. Have fun. Have fun, little guy. Alright, let's get back to this. Okay, so this is going to be our first step. And now our second step. There we go. Establish kind of an H shape this time. This is going to be a little bit different. And what we're gonna do next is, connect this. And it's going to go all the way down to here. And we're gonna replace some of the roadage with this, just so we can allow for turns. But I'm thinking. I am thinking about it. We might re-establish some of the height of this so we can make it so that it's kind of flat here, and then when people kind of drop off to walk to the other side, that it's not like they're dropping too hard in elevation. We're gonna try our best to connect this. That's gonna be definitely an elevation. But at least this will help us so that we can properly do this. There we go. So that's kind of one half of the battle. We'll figure out the actual, like, laws and regulations here, the road junction laws in a bit, but for now, this is what we got. We got one half of the roundabout connection here, and now we gotta do the other part, the other half. And now we will do this. Just regular old road for now. We'll kind of just tinker with that in a bit. Yeah, that is gonna be what our highway exit looks like, at least on the far side. Uh-oh. Too steep. Let's do a little turn around here. Okay, that works for that side. I think what we need to do here is back this up a little bit, and then we can do the same, but for the other side. Ew. Once again. So much. Perfect. Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. Give myself a little stretch first to celebrate. Now that we did that, let's get back to building. Now we can actually connect this here. Oof. It's not perfect, but it works. I'm gonna try and do this on the other side, but please be patient with me as I try and figure this out. Nice, I think we got this. Oh, and some water. I'm gonna drink my iced tea for now. Wow, people are really happy about this neighborhood. Or, well, just the area. Ooh, I like the layout on ideas. Oh, thanks, Victor. I'm really hyped to see where this is going. Or, well, I'm hyped to see how I can figure things out from here. What's my phrasing? Ah, words. Okay, I just needed to kind of finesse that, because I didn't give myself much of a optimal building situation here, so we're just slightly tweaking that. It's gonna be slightly tweaked. And maybe a little outwards, just to kind of match the other side. It looks really nice as is. I'm really glad we could do this with the flat freeway, so we can kind of have a underpass for our people in this area. So not only that people can walk through here, but also, you know, for the homeless, if that ever happens here, they do not get cucked by the public system. Which, oh my gosh, I'm very frustrated about what my country did recently. Or, not my country, my county. My local county had a thing where they are trying to make homelessness illegal. Like, they're trying to criminalize it. Like, how could you just criminalize not being able to afford something? It's like, hey, you can't afford to eat? You can't afford to be alive? That's illegal! Ugh. It's gross. Very disturbed. Alright, so... Whoops, wrong setting, but I'll just work with it. We'll apply this to the entire... Yeah, entire road. Ban, ban, ban. Yeah, no, it's nuts. Yeah, the Los Angeles County just recently had us speaking about this, and there was video of it on Twitter showing how there were people actually protesting at the event, and they actually brought police over despite them civilly protesting. Like, it's just nuts, like, the priorities of, like, oh, well, people are protesting homelessness? Well, we need to have the police there for things in case something bad happens, but anything when it became, like, related to anything about, like, queer movements or Planned Parenthood or anything progressive, it's like, nope. Sorry. It's like, nah, not gonna protect you. Well, we're not gonna really do that, especially with, like, with drag queen readings and whatnot. It's like, it's horrible how, like, unproperly prepared. It's like, I don't want to see police really at events, period, but at the same time, it just shows who they are really siding with. It's like, they're just in it for the paycheck. It's like, the unfortunate part is, like, even when people think they're doing it to make a difference, it's like, it's just upholding the same pre-established laws and stuff, and just, yeah, it doesn't really help with change. Like, you can't really make change through law enforcement. You're just enforcing the law. Like, if you want to make real social change, you want to do it through, like, social programs and, like, yeah, other social work. And this is my 2 cents. I'm not an expert. I'm not, like, a social, political, whatever, ideology expert. Do not take this as expert Dirk the Red Panda solves everything. No, I'm just vouching my 2 cents because I'm kind of in an echo chamber of the opposite where I live. Or, well, at least who my family surrounds themselves with, so I just kind of voice my opinions here, just as a place to kind of just vent, rant, whatever. And I try not to get too heated up about it, so, you know, try my best. Okay, I think I got everything correct. Okay. What do we do now? I think we need to figure out this other side. And it's gonna be probably about this high. I probably made the other one a little too... No, I didn't make it too high. Okay, we're good. Coming back. Come back here. Ah, didn't mean to make it that loopy, but... Okay, whatever. So this is gonna be what our connection is gonna look like. We're gonna connect a road here and just kind of have it loop in. So we have like 2 exits here, one for each side. In between, we're gonna kind of have our commercial, office, maybe high residential area. And kind of off here, we have some exclusive low residential housing. And meanwhile, over here, we can have more housing, more everything. And here, I mean, we can't really establish a beach, unfortunately. We do not have a low enough slope. But we can probably establish just, like, some good fishing, cliffside, overview areas. Alright. Alright, so let's start. This is step 1. Step 2, add the walkways. Oh shoot, I forgot. I have to turn them into bridges first. Bridge time. Ah! No, don't stop. Stop being mean. Ah, come on. There we go. Stop being so mean, game. Let me fix this. Maybe this might work. Sorry, Chad, I just got a bit into a brain, not brain fog, but just like a brain moment of, what am I gonna do next? Just like a loading screen moment. Alright, so we're gonna kind of bring this out here. Throw this... We're not gonna throw it back. We might have to do a little bit of tinkering here. So this bridge is going to be a bit shorter. This is just going to be kind of flat. I want to do something here first, so... Sorry, people. So that's next. And then we're going to do an elevated. Okay. Now that's fixed, we can continue toggling and tweaking this area. This is going to be very smooth, I hope. But the next part of this, once I get this fixed, is to do the slope. Here we go. And since this is a pretty flat area, I might have to take out another tool. I gotta be very careful with this. Maybe turn down the brush size. See, because this is what happens. It gets very, like, finicky. And I have to really then play around and just work with the modified terrain to then elevate it back up and, yeah. It's a kind of a tricky little dilly. Tricky little fella. Ah, shoot, what is happening? I accidentally hit the window command button. I mean, it's a bit steep. I don't want it too steep is my problem. This I'm just trying to fix. I think this is as good as I'm gonna get it. Alright, now we can do our walkways. I'm gonna try and do this thing here in the middle where we connect it all on one intersection. But first I have to zoom in to do this, so... Okay, I think unfortunately we might have to do the H thing again. Unless I can tweak this. I think we can. I think I can make this work. Can I check my vibes? Yes. Vibes have been checked. Alright, now we just have to kind of rinse, wash, and repeat with the other side of the road. I'm gonna try and curve it in a little more, but that is the... No, I can do better. I lied. That is not the best I can do. I can be better than this. This is gonna be kind of a hat trick, maybe. First, we're gonna kind of balance that out a little bit. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty good. It's looking kind of like a chromosome. Which, you know, biology is kind of crazy and advanced. People like to think, ah, it's just boy, girl, one chromosome or the other, or like, you know, that stuff. And it's like, nah, you're not an expert on it just because you took high school biology for your requirement. And even back then, maybe some of the stuff may have been outdated by the time you, like, learned about it. It's like, you know, it's like even then, I think, like, by the time I got to, like, community college, even the 2 years between, like, my high school biology and, like, my biology class, like, biopsychology, like, we found out, like, hey, biologists have studied that, you know, there's, you know, sex isn't as, you know, basic as this. There's different things or syndromes or, like, you know, what else. And it's like, even then, gender's more of a social construct. Sex is, you know, the thing that, you know, people like to equate. It's just like, yeah, it's a really ridiculous can of worms to get obsessed about. And it's just, yeah, I hate when people try and make a talking point of like, we gotta keep it as simple as this. It's like, no, you don't have to base your entire life based on what you have between your pants. Weird. And then it's like, because of that, then it's like, people then just get uncomfortable with how to express themselves, or it's like, then you get the typical stereotypes of, oh, this gender is this gender is that. And it's like, yeah. Yeah, sorry for getting a bit kind of existential there. My brain just got kind of hardwired on that, and it's like, I'm kind of struggling how to sum it up and describe, because it's like, I have other people that never really got much of an experience with that, or exposure, or talk about that. So it's like, I have to kind of be their representative to explain, like, no, things aren't this way, or things aren't as simple. But at the same time, I'm not going to try and be the expert educator. It's like, do your research. It's like, look it up if you're really concerned. Alright, I got this established. Now we just have to apply this to the other side. And also when I talk about it, I don't want to talk about things as if I'm the one that's like, you know, completely knowledgeable and right with everything. It's like I'm still learning. It's just so tricky to, yeah, sum everything up. It is a whole lot of complexities that, yeah, just the world itself needs to be flexible with, and it's kind of hard to do that when, you know, you got things that are really rigid. Ah, help. Ah, there we go. I was worried I wouldn't get that. There we go. It's kind of nice that I established this because kind of where I live in my hometown, it's like we don't have a perfect, like, we don't have a roundabout, obviously, because America. But, like, we have a situation where we kind of have, like, pedestrian and bike lanes that aren't right next to the freeway things. They also, like, it's like they kind of curve off in some parts, so, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like bike lanes kind of spread off from the regular freeway entrance area just so they don't have to, like, get in the way of, like, freeway entrances. It's weird, but it's good, at least. It's a progress step. Because otherwise, it's like, you get into really... Yeah, otherwise it's really hard to really manage to walk in a very car-centric town or city or whatever. And then you get even more traffic as a result. Oh, shoot! Hi, Perpy! Great to see you. I saw your comment earlier and just... yeah. Alright. Now that we have this established, we just need to establish the road rules. Ooh, look at this, good vibes. We got that. We just need to establish the junction rules. And I hope there are no stoplights here. Once that is done, turn off, turn off. Ah, shoot, I forgot the arrows. That's the last thing we need to do. Lane 1, we don't want to be turning. We just want lanes 2 and 3 to go straight. And similar rules to the other side. 2 lane. Okay. Now our intersection there is finished. All we need to do is attach the freeway exits, and we are hunky-dory. Oof. Almost hunky-dory. This needs to go in a little bit. Okay, now we got this. Ew. What the heck? I guess that works, but that is a bit of a twist. Let's toggle this a little bit, shall we say? Because otherwise that is a very corrupted road. It is an evil road with evil intentions. Nah, kid. I'm gonna toggle this a little bit again. There we go. we're gonna back this one up too, just to make it even. Okay, I can go a little bit more curved. Perfect. Oh, it's giving you ASMR vibes. I am not giving an examination. Get your head out of the gutter. Yeah, I know what you meant, but I can't see this being examination vibes. I'm talking over some lo-fi music, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I would go there. At least how I would interpret it. Alright, apply the rule to the other side. And we did it! Look at that, we got 2 exits here, and then it goes to a different island. Now what do we do? I don't know. Maybe we could do one tiny little thing and then call it for a day. I'm trying not to stream over 2.5 hours. Ugh, sorry, stretching first. It's like I might stream longer in the future, but like for now, I just want to keep things pretty tame. I do not want to be very long-winded with my streams. Well, right now, I'm living at home, and I kind of have to do some things around my parents' clock. And so, it's like I don't really have as much flexibility to just kind of do things whenever I feel. So there's that. Otherwise, I would be a lot more, like, kind of open-ended with how long I stream, or like keeping it to like, oh, if I want to do things for way longer. It's just that. Okay, we're gonna establish some offices here. Yes, I know there's more land. I get it. That's so poggers. Yeah, time is a bitch. Like, I don't know if I would have the energy to stream really, really long times like some people. Like, it really just depends on the day and, like, how I'm feeling. I try and keep it so that I stream at least 2 hours. I don't want to, like, be so stringent that it's like, oh, you only get me for this long, but yeah. It's like, I stream in the afternoon, and dinner is, like, usually around 6 for when my parents do stuff and come home. So they're always on a schedule, and so I just kind of... I sometimes have to, like, kind of follow it if I want to have something. Otherwise, I just... yeah. Otherwise, it gets kind of weird, and I'm like, do I have dinner with them, or what am I doing? It's like, it's just a weird kind of figuring it out for me. I'm not exactly sure if I'm... like, some days I try and have dinner with them, others I don't. But, yeah. It just depends on what they're doing, because it's like, they tend to kind of have the whatever rules of the house. Like, they want to do this, they want to do this. I'm just more so kind of floating in their world. I don't feel that independent at the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna probably add some apartments here. This might be fun. I do need to add water and stuff here first, but might as well get this established while we're here. So my situation right now is just like I'm still looking for work, but it's like I'm waiting back on interviews or like final results for some. Some of those have been like 2 weeks now, but they said they would reach out to me either way if I did or didn't get it. So it's just like I've been left in so much suspense with like the job hunt, and it's just really frustrating because I'm at a point where it's like I just want to be out ASAP just for my own mental sanity. And just the location I'm in is very, like, it just makes me way more prone to being, like, making excuses of not going out. Like, there's just nothing to do where I am. Like, my hometown's very just, yeah, just very sheltered from the world. Which, you know, it's good in some ways when you're, like, growing up, and it's, like, you know, not as much danger, but at the same time, you end up in kind of this, just, the world is not what you expect it to be, or you get hit with like a huge reality check. Alright, so this is our little town being established. We are starting to get some more variety in our city. We're gonna probably add a retirement home area here, some child care. And eventually we're gonna find a park here. We just need to kind of check for some space. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very tight squeeze if we do. Probably should do something here. Okay, now we'll have more space. Much better. Will this fit? Barely, but good. And of course the basketball court. We always gotta have a basketball court. Perfect. Look at us start. We need to add a little district name here, because we already have a bunch of those. Not sure if we're going to split this into kind of like a two-island situation, or like one half kind of goes this way, the other goes this way. This is going to be tricky. I think for now we're just going to keep one side as is here, and then the other side is... Yeah, because some of these are going to be some big districts. Okay, we got two heights. I'm gonna change the name of this one. I don't like that first name it was given. Alright, so this is what we have so far. Always feel free to suggest names for these if you don't like the names of this one or this here. I'm still looking for name ideas. But yeah, we are going to stop on... Shoot, I tried to pause it, but wait for this day to fly by. The 14th of October, 2031. That is where we will stop today. It is paused, and we are saving. I feel like this is a good way to bookend things. This was a good vibe, good time. We got some good established lands over there. As always, I like doing more toned down vibe streams like these. Gives me a little more flexibility to either just let my mouth flap around and rant, or to just, you know, maybe be quieter and just absorb feelings of what I'm doing. Yes, there was some good chaos today. Desktop, here we go. Alright, let's see who is streaming currently. Oh, we got a bunch of people streaming right now. We got Kabu, we got Barley, we got Robot Co-op. I forgot about Robot Co-op. Barrick the Cleric, Prismalin. They rated me, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago, was it? Yeah, they're playing Cult of the Land. That's interesting. Maybe I should do some panda to panda communication and hit them back. And then, yeah, I mentioned Skabu, and finally Taipesh. All fun people. We're going to attack. Just gotta double check to see if they're ending or not. Might get a commercial first, yeah. So, I just quit out of that. I probably should have a stream window or whatever where it's just my face and, like, whatever, because it's kind of awkward when you have a blank screen like this. Yeah. Oh, I got 2 commercials there, but yeah, chat. I hope you all had a good time today. This was very fun for me. Also, I'm a bit worried because I don't think my Chrome audio is in here. I recorded this whole thing without the Chrome audio. Did you guys not hear any music? Because I had audio on this whole time, and I forgot to add the dang setting. Ah! The pain. Well, it's not too late. Time to add the Chrome audio. Here it is. Oh, man. That is one way to go out. Hopefully you can hear this. Yes, to another day of existing. I'm not sure if they're in the middle of something. They're doing a raffle, so they're an hour and a half in. I don't think they're gonna end soon, so we're gonna raid them. Prismalin, we're coming for you. I don't know. What should we message ourselves as? Like, what should our raid message be? Let's just go with Dork Invasion. Why the heck not? Alright, so let's start our raid. Let's get prepared. So, as always, I appreciate y'all coming in and just vibing with me. So, yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take care, folks.